you're going to want to stick around because today we are talking about Florida Keys home insurance. So stay tuned. Alright, welcome back everyone. My name is Amy Primo and Thomas Cardin, and we are local real estate agents here in the Florida Keys. If you're looking to buy or sell, give us a call. As always, I put our information down here below. Today we are going to talk about home insurances and what policies that you need if you get a mortgage down here, or maybe you just kind of want as well for protection. If you're going to get a mortgage here in the Florida Keys, then you're going to need three insurance policies, and that's going to be your flood, the wind, and the homeowners policy. Everybody's always asking us, how much is the insurance? And I'm going to try to give you guys some numbers today, but it's kind of hard to tell you because every house is different, and it kind of depends on the house, and it depends on the location and the flood zone, and if it has straps and all these other types of things. But I'll just give you like a general idea. None of this is like quoted. Don't quote me on these prices or anything like that. Do your due diligence and talk to your own insurance agent, but this is just kind of a rough idea. Okay. All right, so we'll start with the easiest one, homeowners insurance. So Alright, so we'll start with the easiest one, and that's homeowners insurance. So homeowners insurance is typically the most affordable. I would say it's between like $1,500, maybe $2,000 a year. Now the flood insurance is assumable. So what that means is you can take over the seller's policy, and that's probably going to be the cheapest way for you to get insurance if you need flood insurance. The other policies, homeowners and wind, you cannot assume, so you have to get your own new policy, and most likely whatever the seller's paying, you can look at it and they kind of give you an idea, but you're probably going to pay more. So the flood is assumable, and you should always ask if you have to get a mortgage. Ask the seller, do you have flood insurance? And if they do, you can assume it, and that's going to save you a lot of money. It used to be that like a stilted home or a ground level home, there was advantages in flood insurance for those different types of properties. But FEMA did FEMA 2.0, and it's a new rating system that's supposed to be more fair and equitable, which down here in the Florida Keys, we don't think that at all. It's I don't even know how they came up with the numbers. But now if you have to get a new flood policy, so that seller doesn't have a flood policy, or you're building a brand new house, you need a new flood policy. Those policies are going to start, we've been seeing them like around $4,000 or $5,000 a year, and they can go up, just depending again, on the house and the location. So if you can get or assume the seller's past policy, you're going to save a lot more money that way. Now just real quick about flood zones. There's two different flood zones. You've got AE and you've got VE, and it kind of just depends on the velocity of the wave, and that's like kind of the difference. And then also the construction of the house has to be different in the VE zones. But like a saying around here for VE zones is, we call it very expensive. Your insurance rates are going to be more expensive in a VE zone versus in AE zone. So you're going to want to look and figure out which zone you're in. I will give you guys the links to find out which flood zone you're in. And then also with flood, we're getting new flood maps, and they're going to come out, I don't know, next year maybe, but they've been saying it for a couple of years. I know COVID screwed everything up, but all the flood maps, the elevations are all changing by like 1.5 feet. There's a lot of properties here, Marathon and Key Colony, that are above flood, like a couple inches, and once these new flood maps come out, they're all going to be below flood, and then that's going to open up a whole nother can of worms, because then you're going to have to deal with the 50% rule, which I have to do another video on. That's a whole nother thing. Just check your elevations and check your flood zones. Those are like two important things that I would be looking for when I'm about to buy a house down here. Alright, so the last thing is the wind insurance, and the wind insurance, it's gonna depend on the type of roof you have, the straps it has, the doors and windows, if I didn't say that already, both of them, everything, all of it has to be hurricane impact rated. We'd like to see metal roofs and impact glass and impact doors. I mean, that's the best thing for the house. If the wind insurance is high and the house doesn't have impact windows, or it has a shingle roof, you can, it's cheaper, it's better just to replace the roof and then get your insurance quote down lower afterwards. So if you buy something, it could be high at one point, and then you go and you fix those things, you can get your wind insurance down to a point. Now the cost of wind insurance, oh geez, it could vary, a couple $2,000. I've seen it up to $4,000. Again, that one's a hard one because it's just really dependent on the house. We have a triplex for sale, and that wind insurance is $11,000. So it really kind of can go all over the place. Again, just during your inspection period, if you're buying something, that is when you need to talk to the insurance agents, get an idea of what your premiums are, get that elevation certificate from the seller, and kind of really do your due diligence on that insurance to make sure that after the insurance and the tax is about 1% of the purchase price, that all your numbers are going to work for you. And since we're talking about insurance, I just wanted to touch upon real quick the mitigations, and that's kind of how you can get discounts on your insurance. Maybe I'll do another video on that, but you can get a 4-point inspection or wind mitigation done. So the home inspector is the one that does that, and during your home inspection you can ask them to write these mitigations, or they charge a little bit extra, maybe $100 extra, $150 extra. I'm not sure exactly how much it costs, but you get the home inspector to do that, and then you submit that to your insurance company, and you can see if you can get a little bit of a discount on the wind or the flood or the homeowners with those mitigations. It's always a good idea to get those. Alright, so I hope that helps you understand those are the 3 policies that you need. I did forget to tell you the flood insurance. The maximum amount of flood insurance that you can get is $250,000. It doesn't matter if your house is worth $2 million or $400,000. $250,000 is the max coverage for flood. So remember, you need flood, wind, and homeowners. Get your mitigations to get discounts. Remember to add in your taxes, which is typically 1% of the purchase price. And yeah, if you guys have more questions about insurance, I know I touched a little bit on the FEMA 2.0 and the 50% rule. If you have questions about that, just leave a comment. I'll try to answer that. And as always, all this information is on our website, www.movingtothefloridakeys.com. Amy and Tom with Coldwell Banker. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.